and folding your body all the way forwards to look upside down through your legs. And in the morning when they wake up, they open their eyes and they find that they're in fact stranded on a desert island.
Seriously? It's Sunday, and I'm coming to you from Krabi, Thailand, straight from this gray box. This is just where I tell you a little bit about what happened during this past week of travel and reporting and then making videos. It's just a way for like me to kind of connect directly to the viewers of this channel. So anyway, first off, travel. This week did not have much in the way of travels. I kind of just hung out around Krabi in Thailand. And I did go to, what the fuck was the name of that beach? Ao Nang Beach, which was... You know, when you travel long enough, you kind of stop viewing places in terms of, dualities, like, dislike, good, bad, comfortable, cool, exciting, and completely sucky. But rather you start viewing places in terms of how much there is there to offer that engages you, that, intellectually stimulates, that how much you can like learn and understand from a place. Personally, I don't really like tourist areas too much. It's just not really what I do, right? But I have nothing against them, but these areas kind of fascinate me, right? I'm always kind of fascinated by when particularly a large group of people kind of like something that I don't really like, or when people have opinions that are radically different than my own, or people live a life that's different than me. That's what I find interesting, right? And personally speaking, I don't really understand why so many people spend so many thousands of dollars to travel from one part of the world to another part of the world to essentially be with the same people that they left in their home country to spend in more money than what things should cost, and to get kind of relatively bad service and be treated like like tourists, right? I don't get it, but that's part of what makes places like Ao Nang interesting, right? You go there, it's like this beach area. It's like the beach is like real thin and skinny, but it's absolutely completely 100% packed with foreign tourists. I'm talking like this is a real fleshy place, right? It's like eve to eve, these tourists are kind of packed in the beach. I mean, the scene kind of reminded me of, like some like National Geographic special with like, seals on, this rocky coast, all packed. Because it seemed to me to be a completely awful experience. But that said, I wouldn't really classify myself as much of a beach person. YouTube, this channel is doing pretty well. I mean, we are up to 13,267 subscribers, and that's all because of you guys. thank you for that. Now, relatively speaking, 13,267 subscribers on YouTube really isn't that much. I mean, this is still a fledgling channel, right? This is still an emerging channel, right? We're not there yet. You multiply that number by 10 and then we start getting close. But that said, if I had like 13,267 people gathered like right over there, I'd be like, wow, that's a lot of people. I mean, basically, if we can up our subscribers here tenfold, then I could pretty much make these videos as a living, and I can quit most of my other jobs and just do this full time. We only had one video go up this week on this channel. It was pretty much a love letter to Penang, right? I just spent I was based out of Penang in Malaysia for the past 2 months, and I kind of use this place as base of operations to go to like other countries and other places around the region, and it was probably one of the top 10 bases of operations that I have ever had. During my travels, the place was absolutely incredible. That said, other work for the week. I only put out one article on Forbes this past week. It ranked second on the Asian channel in terms of traffic, which is pretty good, as there's like over 2,000 contributors on the Asia channel alone. To rank second among them is pretty decent, but I often rank number one, right? So number two is good. I really appreciate it. I'm real happy with it, but I like being number one. Other than that, I wrote an article for Modus magazine about China's mega region movement, essentially the connecting of mega cities, these 10 million plus person urban entities are kind of connecting together infrastructurally, economically, and politically. It is the master plan of China's urbanization push. Maybe you'll find this a little bit boring, but if you do, you can go and look at all the China Ghost City videos that are on this channel. And other than that, I'm currently working on a series of commercial articles for a big corporate sponsor that's going up on a major US media site. Basically, this is just a job for me. Right now I have kind of a core group of journalism projects and jobs that kind of make me, that's what I do, right? That's what I focus my time on. That is what I'm proud of, right? And it pays me a decent amount of money, enough money to get by on. However, if I want to be able to make time for more creative projects that maybe don't pay so much, like making these videos on YouTube or making documentaries, things that cost a lot of money that don't necessarily make a lot of money, I need to kind of take on these additional projects that don't take much time but pay a massive amount of money. Okay, so I'm going to start making these Sunday update videos a little more exciting, right? And I'm going to open up a Q&A on them, so if any viewers out there have any questions they want to ask me directly, I will be answering them in this Q&A section every Sunday. So basically, I've been traveling the world for about 19 years, 83 or so countries. So I know a lot about travel. I've worked abroad in like many different professions for the past 10, 12 years as a writer, and now I'm kind of developing more into a filmmaker and making more money off of video. And so if you have like any questions about being a digital nomad, about traveling, about making a living as a writer, or as just basically going out on the road with your own project and making that project a success. If you have any questions about that, just either leave them in the comments below, send me an email, send me a direct message from YouTube. Basically, get in touch with me somehow, and then next week, during this Sunday update, I will answer your question. Other than that, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Please like and share and just talk to people about this channel and what happens, and what this kind of odd tattoo journalist, traveling author guy does. And that's That's would really help a lot in building this community here, and I really appreciate all that you guys have done, and thank you very much, and we'll talk again next Sunday.